Hi, Famous here. Yesterday I've uploaded a video with the same topic, but I took it down because I did some mistakes. So I'll try to fix that in this video. Sorry for the inconvenience. So in this test, I will compare the time to kill, and I will do it in a private server to get the lowest latency possible. First I'll show you the weapon, and this is quad faster fire rate. And the second one I have quad 50% critical damage, and then quad faster fire rate fixer. And this fixer is not mine, thanks to my friend who lending me this fixer. And the next one is quad 50% critical damage. There's no faster reload, no faster critical fill, so these weapons are fair to compare for each other. Since railways have projectile speed, and that means it's not an instant hit, I'll start the timer when the first damage number pops up. Also, disclaimer, this video is for faster fire rate versus plus 50% VATS critical damage, not railway versus fixer. So first I will unequip all the damage perks, so here my commando perk right here. And I'll unequip all the commando perks including tank killer and ground pounder, because this affects your reload speed. But I keep concentrated fire, and I'll remove tenderizer because they're really unreliable for testing. And I'll unequip strategy number, replace it with lone wanderer. And I'll remove nerd rage because it increases damage. Covert operative, Mr. Sandman, gunful, adrenaline, all of them. And in luck I'll remove quick hands, critical savvy, and better criticals. And in legendary perks I'll remove follow through because it's also very unreliable, so I keep everything the same except follow through. And here's my special points. I'm still using 5 pieces of unyielding set. That means I have 33 luck here. That means without critical savvy, I do crit for every third shot. And I'll also make sure there will be no buff that increases our critical damage or our damage in total, except from mutations. Now, let's begin the test. So for this test, I'm looking for level 100 My Lord Queen, and starts with full critical bar. So now I will test the quad 50% critical damage, and I need to repair it first, just to make sure no damage increasing buff. Okay, need to get closer to reduce the minimum of missing shots. Come on now. What are you doing, my queen? Alright, stand still. Alright. Now back with the quad faster fire rate. And just to make sure I have critical savvy on. Very similar without the critical savvy on. Interesting. Now with quad 50% again, and I have critical savvy on, and no food damage increasing buff, anything. Okay, now let's go. Why she keep looking away from me? She is good at protecting her head, I think. Okay, getting her attention here. Finally. Okay, that's even faster. Now I'll use the Fixer Quad 2525. Alright, I think we are ready. Let's go. Even with sneak, still deal less damage than railway rifles. Now it's time to use the quad 50% critical damage fixer, and I make sure all the mods are all the same with the faster fire rate one. Trying to get the attention here. Alright, it works. Oh, almost got her in one magazine. And slightly slower than the faster fire rate version. Now back to the quad faster fire rate again, but this time I have critical salve on, so I can crit for every second shot. Now let's do it. Surprisingly very similar without the critical salve on. Now, back again with the quad 50% critical damage fixer. And this time I have critical salve on again. Okay, where is the Mylord Queen? Oh, there you go. She's running away. What? What the? Okay. Yes, this is just a daily stuff here in Fallout 76. Nothing new. Let's try to get the good position. Oh, okay. Caution? Great. Let's go. Oh, almost. If I didn't reload there, I would get her so much faster. So for the next task, I will re-equip all of the commando perks here, including Ground Pounder and Tank Killer. And in Charisma, I won't be using Tenderizer as well as Follow Through here, because for some reason they apply to enemy with some delay, so they are not really reliable to test, so I'll just put them off. And in luck, I will use Bloody Mass, better criticals, so all the damage perks are there. And I have Bobblehead Small Guns active and Guns and Bullet 3 for critical damage here, Blight Soup for more critical damage. So let's see how further we can push our DPS. Now it's time to test for the quad faster fire rate again. Now that's a monster. It was like 4 to 5 times faster than the first test without all the damage perks and buff. So this is the quad 50 critical damage again. Slightly slower than the faster fire rate. Now back with the Fixer again, this time quad faster fire rate with all buffs. And it's now 6 PM because I have covered operative and Mr. Sandman, and I put cooperative below. Alright, not bad. Now with quad 50% critical damage Fixer, and I have all the damage buff, and it's 8 PM now. So my Mr. Sandman is active, and I put covered operative below. Wow, that's slightly worse than I expected actually. Since quad railways only have around 40 railway spikes in one magazine, so I decided to test again with a weapon with higher capacity. That's Plasma Flamer. It has 300 ammunition in one magazine. And stop right there. The results were surprisingly very similar, like I drew a straight line and they deal absolutely similar damage, which is very unexpected for me. I expect that the faster fire rate could perform better than this. So now I present you the result here. From these results, I found some points that I can take. First, critical every third shot and second shot has very low difference on faster fire rate weapons. My suspect is because of the latency or server tick rate. Second, when fully perked up, faster fire rate weapons are excellent burst machine. And the final one, this test cannot prove the DPS difference in a longer fight like in a boss fight, because the faster fire rate weapons have to reload more than the 50% critical in theory. But of course, in a perfect world where quick hands triggers 100% all the time, the faster fire rate will be the king. I'll cover this topic in the future. Please like and subscribe to make it happen. So the conclusion that I get that the tests are very hard to do because they're easily affected by server latency. I mean, in my imagination, between crit for every second or third shot should provide greater damage boost than the test I had done here. So in the end, for the commando build, both of them are still monsters. Thanks for watching and have a good day.